He was an amazing kid. He had tons of friends, and he was one of the most generous kids. Everybody was his best friend. Like, literally, they all said they were his best friend, and he made everybody feel like that. When he was like 12, they were at a jazz game, and they were taking tracks home, and there was a disabled man down there who was lost, and Tyler wouldn't leave him down there. He begged us to give him a ride home because he didn't want to leave him down there stranded. That's just the kind of kid he always was. Like, he had the biggest heart. His very best friend was the one that was with him, though, and that was his soulmate. He said, rolled together, they were going to live together, and their wives would just have to deal with it, and they were going to die together. That was their plan in life. They were going to have this trip just to kind of blow off some steam. So they went down, they went through Vegas, and just had a blast. And then they went to Arizona, and then they decided that they were going to come home, but they were going to come home the long way, which is through Flagstaff and the Grand Canyon, and up through, the more desolate parts of Utah. So they had gone up through Escalante. They picked up a hitchhiker. They hit about Nephi, I guess, and Darrin started to get drowsy. There were other people on the road that saw them and said that he was kind of doing the accelerate and then kind of letting off the gas. When he realized, when he kind of woke up or whatever, I guess, he would accelerate again back to the freeway speeds, and then he'd kind of start slowing down again. And so I guess they made it to Santaquin, and Darrin went off the road, and he started to try to get back onto the road, but he ran out of shoulder. He hit the guardrail, and the car started just kind of sliding down the guardrail. Darrin was trapped, and Bill, the hitchhiker, was trapped, and Tyler was asleep in the passenger seat. He wasn't wearing his seatbelt for whatever reason, because he always wore his seatbelt, always. They said that Darrin fell asleep, and neither one of them made it. Well, even since then, I find myself driving drowsy, and I'm always like, this is the reason why your son's not here anymore, and I have to stop. I realize now that it's a lot. I mean, it's like being intoxicated. It's almost in comparison, and it's not something you really think about because you think, I haven't done anything. I'm tired, that's it. How is that similar to me drinking and driving? But the effects are almost the same, and the result is probably even more so because people don't realize it. I think that's the biggest thing. You're dozing off before you even know that that's happening. You're bobbing your head, or you're trying to crank the music, or and it happens so fast. That's all it takes. 30 seconds, you blink and you're off the road. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Pull over. It's not worth wherever you need to be or wherever you think you need to get to. It's not worth it. It's better to get there than stop and sleep or nap or rest, then get there on time.